Okay. So we have seen strings, right? Today we'll talk about list. Okay. List. Yeah. So list is okay. So one thing I did not show you in string, which I'll show you now. Let's say if you take string as say hello, right? Now, if I want to change, if I want to read second element, what will I do? I will say str1 of 1, correct? Str of 1 will give us the second character here, right? So if I go and run, start it later. So you get E, correct? But let's say I want to change the str1 value. Str1 of 1, okay, equal to say Y, okay? These are things I needed to. Just give me a second and just save this. Yes, coming back to this. So when you run it, right, you get error that string object does not support item assignment. Okay, that's an error. String, you cannot edit it. Okay, I can say str1 equal to something else, right? So in that case, it is going to delete the old value and add a new value. It's not going to edit the value. Here, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to edit an existing value, okay, which is not possible in Python. Okay. So, okay, so strings are called as immutable data types. So we have two types, okay, based on whether it allows editing value or not. Okay. So mutable and immutable. Mutable are in which you can change the value, correct? But this one, okay, is which you cannot change the value. Okay, so strings you cannot change the value. Okay, okay. Now coming to list, how do we declare a list? So list one, okay, and list one I'm saying equal to square bracket. The moment you say list one equal to square bracket, now see, we've been using square bracket so far only for
Indexes of the strings
indexing.
and all.
Yes, right. So if you put square bracket along with a variable, it means that you are trying to do indexing. If you put standalone square bracket, it means you are declaring a list. Okay. Now, I can say print type, right? Type of list one. Okay. If I run it, you'll get data type as list here. Oops, I have to comment it now, right? Okay. This is not possible. Okay. So now you see the class is list. Okay. When you say something equal to, now if I say equal to quotation, it becomes string, right? Equal to single quotation, double or triple quotation, it becomes list. Equal to square bracket will be list. Quotation is string. Okay. Square bracket are list. Okay. Now, if you want to know the number of variables in it, you can say len of. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Now, how do we add values? You can add value by separating them with comma. So I want to add 50. Okay. I can add 4. I can add 5.5. I can add hello. Okay. I can add true. So these are the values which your list 1 has. So how many values list 1 has?
5.
How many?
Length of
Yeah,
this
so
one
how many will get?
5 we will get, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exactly. Okay. We will get 5. Okay. Each of these are members of list. Now see, each of these are your basic data type. Okay. String is also falls under basic data type only. Each of these are your basic data type. Integer, float, string, and Boolean. Okay. So each of these values are your basic data type, which retains its original identity. But when you club them together, they become list. If you club them together, they are list. And list has its own set of properties. We'll see in some time. So first, let's look at how do you access these members. You can access these members exactly the way you did string. So I'm not going to do, the forward indexing, backward indexing, how to get 2 values, 3 values, all those things that we discuss in string holds true here as well. I'll probably do one example and we will move ahead. List 1 square bracket 3. List 1 square bracket 3 will give us what? 0, 1, 2, 3. Hello.
Sorry.
Right?
Yeah.
So you will get third member. Now, what is the data type of third member?
String.
Correct. Data type of third member is string. Okay. But together they are a list, isn't it? So if I say here type of list, so if I say type of list 1, I'll get list. If I say type of list 1 of 3, I'll get str. If I do type here, so original identity is maintained. This is what I'm trying to say. So if you are accessing by 3, you're accessing one individual member, not the entire list, right? So if I say print list 1 of 3 of 2, then what will I get? So list 1 of 3 is hello.
Right.
Hello of, yes. Hello of 2 will be your third element, right? 0, 1, 2, first L. Isn't it? So this is how you will get, you can access each member. Okay. You can also perform for loop exactly the way you did for I in list 1. Exactly you did in string, print I. So if I print I, I'll get these members 54, 5.5. Okay, 50. That's not 54, 5.5. Hello, right? Now I can even say for I in, okay, range len of, right, list 1. So when I say len of list 1, it will be the length of list 1. So I'll get, like in this case, 5. Okay. So range will generate value from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Correct? Range of 5 will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can say print, yeah, list 1 of I. So list 1 of I, when I run it, okay, you get same values. Right? So this is how you can run, the values in the list and get it. You can add to list. Okay. So L1 equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. L2 equal to 10, 20, 30, and I can say L3 equal to L1 plus L2, and I can say print add adding to list L3. Okay, and when you run it, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, because I say L1 plus L2. So first you'll get values of L1 followed by values of L2. So you can join two lists together like this. You can multiply. So this is the same way we add a list, string also, right? You can multiply a list with a value. So I can say print multiply, okay, and here I'm going to say L2 into 3. L2 into 3, so L2 is 10, 20, 30, and multiply by 3, you get 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30.
But we cannot do L1 into L2, right? That's not possible.
No. L1 into L2 you cannot, yes. Just like str1 into str2 you cannot. Right? It doesn't know what to do. Right? Yeah. Okay. And you can even do in, right? The same thing, in operator. So print, if I say 30 in L2, so is 30 in L2? Yes, 30 is in L2, right? You get true, right? If I say not in, right? In is true, not in will be false. Opposite of in is not, correct? So, okay, these are the basic functions of list, okay, which you should know. Now, let's talk about, okay, so again, mutable. Is it immutable? Now, print L2 of 2 will be what?
30.
30, right? And now I'm saying L2 of 2 equal to 60. And now when I say print L2 of 2, let's see what happens.
Here we can replace it, right?
Right? So yes, replace done, right? L2 of 2 is 30. Now I'm assigning that to 60. Okay. Not only that, you can assign it to string also. Okay. So now when you run L2 of 2, you get thank you. So lists are immutable. Okay. Strings are immutable. Lists are mutable. You can edit the values of the list. Okay. Okay. So now let's look at the method. Just like we had methods in string. Now, since lists were immutable, okay, all the functions that we used, all the methods that we did in strings were all kind of reading, right? We were splitting, we were joining, okay. We used to lowercase, uppercase, things like that. But since it is mutable, you can even keep on adding one by one. Okay. So let's say I want to do an example where I want to read the marks of 3 students. Okay. And you know, I want to display sum and average, let's say. Right. So earlier when we didn't know loops and all, we said M1 equal to 25. I'm not doing input, okay, just to save time. But okay, M1 equal to 25, M2 equal to okay 35, M3 equal to 45, and then you said sum equal to M1 plus M2 plus M3, right?
Mm.
So we used to get sum.
Mhm.
Okay, we got sum,
Mm.
right? Now, when we knew 105, right? Now, when we did
Mm.
for loop, so what we said, okay, let's not do this multiple times. Let's put this in a for loop, right?
Mm.
For I in
Mhm.
range 3 and M1 equal to int of
Mm.
input enter marks, right? So this will run 3 times. Now to do the sum, okay, what we need to do is we need to define
Mm.
sum before sum equal to 0. And now you have to say sum
Less
equal
equal
to sum plus M1, right? Inside the loop so that M1 is getting added to the sum every time. And when you're out of the loop, your sum will have the final value, right?
Mm.
So now when I run it, enter marks, okay, I say 50, 60, 70. So total is 180, right? So, but here what we said was you will have the sum, but you're losing the M1 value,
Mm.
correct?
Mm.
Now let's say I want to save this M1 value also so that I'll be able to display the marks. Okay.
Mm.
So in
Mm.
this case, what we'll do is we will have a empty list marks. We define an empty list. Okay.
Mm.
Now, before we go for second iteration, we will save these marks. How do you save this mark? So we say marks dot append. Append is a function which will
Mm.
append the value to the list. Okay, so append, simple bracket open, and you say M1. So what happens? M1, you get the marks, calculate sum, then it appends M1 to marks. It goes up, M1 takes a new value, it appends next to M1, right? So total marks, okay, and you can say that marks obtained, let's say.
Just 1 minute.
Yeah.
So what is that append again? Can you please
Yes,
explain?
yes, I'll do that. So append, okay. So first we have empty list, right?
Mm.
Append will add the value to the list. So we are reading M1 and we are adding M1 to the marks.
Mm.
So now after first round, M1 marks was empty list will now have a value M1. In second iteration, marks will have value M2 added to it. So you'll keep on adding. It's like a bag. You keep dropping things into the bag. So marks list is like an empty bag, right? You took an empty bag. Now you bought an apple. You put apple into your bag. You buy orange. You put orange into bag. You buy banana. You put banana into the bag. You know. So keep on adding. So what happened? Okay. So when you run it, okay. So enter marks. Let's say 50, 60, 70. So see, 50, 60, 70 are stored in your bag. This is the list with 3 values now. Yes, no, maybe.
Okay.
Right? You say 2, 4, 6. You get 2, 4, 6 in the marks field.
Okay.
Yes or
I
no?
got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I put marks dot append M1 and sum plus equal to M1, if I swap those 2 lines also, it makes no change, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Sum is doing its own job and append is
Yeah.
doing its own job. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's basically like we enter that input function, that append function will take the values for list, right?
Yes. Okay. So append is a function where you can add values to it. I'll make it 0 so that I don't have to run it again and again. Okay. So there's another function which does the same job. Okay, we call insert. But okay, difference is append will add at the end. So you see, first we said 2, so 2 is first number.
Yes.
So list of 0 will be 2. List of 1 will be 4. List of 2 will be 6. So it is adding behind one by one. Insert takes two values, position and value. So value is added at the
Desired location.
yes. So if I take same say marks, okay. Now marks will be empty, right? So I say marks dot insert. Now I'm saying position, okay. See, it says supports index comma object, right? So first index, bold means it is waiting for us to enter value for index. So now if I enter index 5, comma, see the bold went to now object here. Now this is bold. That means now it is waiting for value for this. I say 99. Now this marks is empty, right? Now in empty you do not have value 5, isn't it? Oops. So marks obtained, let me put this one here. I think we are printing here, right? So now you see marks obtained in 99 because it is empty. Fifth position is nothing but first position. It's like a queue. Okay, when you stand there, okay, you say you have got fifth position, but nobody in front of you. So you'll be first only, right?
Yeah.
Now I keep on adding, let's say, let me make it 2. Okay. So okay. Before we run, let's discuss and then we'll run. So I'll say 11, 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, 77. So when I say insert 2, 11, it will be inserted at first position, right? There is no 2. Now when I say 2, 0, it will be inserted at second position. So you have 11, 22. Now when you say 2, 33, correct? It will be inserted at second position only, right? Right? So 11 is inserted at first position, okay, which is 0, position 0. Index, right? He's asking for index, not position, right? So index is 0. So 11 got inserted here. Now 22. 22, I said third position, second index. So there's nothing called second index. It will get inserted at first index only. Now 33. So 33 is here. So you have 11, 22, 33. Right? Now when you say 44, 44 again you want to insert at second position only. So what happens? 33 moves to the right and 44 comes here. So here you will have 11. Here it becomes 11, 22. Here it becomes 11, 22, 33. But what happens here? Okay, 11, 22 is fine. But now I'm saying 43 should be at the second location, second index. So 44 and 3 will obviously move to the next. Everything will get adjusted after that, right? So 33 will move.
Why it is getting moved? It should replace the value, right?
We are not replacing, we are inserting. Are we saying replace? No. See, you are putting, you bought first banana. You put banana in first position. Bought apple. You put apple in second position. Now you bought cherry. Cherry you're putting in third position. Now you bought a custard apple. Custard apple you want to put in second position. So how will cherry disappear? Cherry will not disappear, correct? You're still inserting. Am I removing? No. So if you have like, in bag, if you want to put something at second position, third position, and already something is there at third position, so it will move to the right, right? It will move backward. You are saying move away, I'll put this one here.
Yeah.
I'm not saying insert
One is
3
joining
equal
the
to.
line. Yeah.
I'm not saying, marks of 3 equal to. When I say equal to, that means you are replacing whatever is the existing value with this. Okay. So I'm not inserting. Sorry, I'm inserting. I'm not replacing. Okay. So 33 will move, will give space to 44. 1 and 11 and 22 is not disturbed. Okay. Because you are not touching position 0 and 1. You're touching positions 2. So that's why 33 will go away and 44 will come here. In next case, what happens? 55. Right? So 55 you are saying here. So 55 will come here. Everything is shifting towards right. Okay. Again, then 66 is coming here and everything is moving to the right. Okay. Now, again, like, you have 66 and 77 is coming here. Everything is moving towards right. So this is what you get finally. Auto limit length. You can do print in between and you can see, you can verify. Okay. So this is how insert works. Append will keep on adding. So if I do append, it will be 11, 22, 33. In the same order, you get the output. Okay. But insert order will change. Okay. Now, let's say here, okay, how many values are there? Seven values are there, right? 11 to 77, 0 to 6. Correct? Now, see, if I say marks of 7 equal to, okay, what happened?
The 33 will get replaced with 100.
No, first of all, 33 position is not. So is it 7? No, right?
Mark 7. Okay.
6,
So we
7
are
minus 1,
adding.
6, right?
Yeah, sorry.
Correct? So I'm trying to access a position which is not there in the list.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
So
get
we are
error.
adding 100 to the list, right?
No, you get an error.
Okay.
So you have 5 things. I'm asking you, give me the 6th thing. You will say, I don't have 6th thing, correct? So indexing is reading. Indexing is only to read. You are not adding or doing that. Okay, I'm saying, give me the 6th item. And when I say equal to, I'm saying replace the 6th item. But you say, I don't have 6th item. Okay, I'm saying, you replace your 7 means 8th item, right? So replace your 8th item with mango. But you say that I don't have 8th item. Right? So it is throwing error. So equal to will not create. Then we won't have needed to have append or insert, correct? Equal to would have done the job, right?
So here it won't assign the value for that 7th index, right? That's what you are saying.
Yes, because it's not there. 7th index is not. It will not assign because it is not there.
Okay. So if I want to add like 100 next to 33, then I have to insert.
Yes,
Like
insert or append. Append will
7.
also.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So adding new index is only done using insert or append.
Yeah.
Okay. So just like to add, we have 2 functions. To remove also we have 2 functions. Okay. One is called pop and other is called remove. Pop and remove. Okay. So remove looks for the value. Okay. Removes your given value. Pop removes from the given position. Okay. Pop will remove from the given position, value will remove the given value. Okay. So in this case, if I say marks dot remove, okay, this is the, okay, let me print it before and after. Okay, so this is before thing, right? Not this. Okay, whatever, we'll see. Okay, so you'll have this is the output, right? Now I'm saying remove bracket 77. Okay, and when you run it, oh, this one I have to comment it out. No, not here. This one. Error since index 7 isn't there. Okay, so what happened? Oh, function, right? Square bracket means looking for the position. 77 position is not. Function, remove is a function, method, right? So simple bracket. Marks dot remove. Okay. So now you see 77 is gone. Right? But if you are trying to give something else, okay, you get value error. See, when you get error, right, your program will end there. It will not go further down. So you have to design a program where error is not there. And we will talk about error handling when we talk later. But right now, just make sure that error is not. So now let's say I want to remove 78. You know, you have asked the user, enter the value that you want to remove. And they say 78. And you don't have 78. How do you check before you remove? You have to check it, right? If it is present or not. So how do you do that?
It will show the error message, right?
No, error means the program ends, right? And, you know, so you can't, you have to say to the user, right? I cannot remove since your value is not there. So if you get error, your program has ended, then how can you interact with customer? Program end, right? Error means your program has ended. Now you have to restart. That's like, you know, somebody you're trying to book a ticket and then crashed. Program crashed. Then this user has to restart, refresh and start from again, right? So you have to restart again. So you should not let error occur. That's what I'm trying to say. Error means program has ended, finished, crashed. Your program should not give you error. And these are called as runtime errors. See, when I make a mistake here, like say opening bracket is simple and closing bracket I give square. So this is an error. It's called syntax error. Okay, syntax is like grammar of your programming language. So instead of saying I am going, you say I am go. Now I am go is easy to catch. Okay, because I am go, it cannot be a sentence in English, right? Because with am you have to have ing, correct? So I am go is easy to catch. That's a syntax error, grammatical error. Okay, but if you are trying to say I am going, but you said I went, that is difficult to catch because there is no syntax error. Your meaning is different. You are trying to do something, but you did something else which is grammatically correct. So the person who's listening to you will have a different meaning of it. So syntax error is better so that as user will say, I didn't understand, please repeat. than this kind of error where they understand something else, which something different than what you are trying to say. Correct? So this one, okay, it's called runtime error. The error will be caught only at the runtime when program is running, not when program is getting evaluated or compiled. We compile the program before we run, right? So every program is compiled to check if the syntax is correct or not, grammatically is correct or not, right? So when you do not make grammatical error, nobody will have doubt. They will believe what you are saying. Later they'll come to know, no, this is not what you meant. You meant something else. That is even more bad, right? So runtime errors are errors that will happen when your program is running, something like this. 78 is not there, and you're trying to remove 78. It's a runtime error. Runtime error, or any error for that matter, you don't want to have, but at least syntax error, when you run it, itself will give you the error so that you can fix it. It will not even run. But when running, and it's like car, right? When car is not able to start, it's good that you can get the mechanic and fix the car. Then you're running and then something happens to the car. Right? So we don't want that to happen. Okay. So every logic that you write, right now, so you are learning each component. So that's why we're not focusing too much on the good programming concepts. But as you get more experience, your program should be able to catch all these errors. Now, when I say remove, it is possible that, okay, this value is not in the list. Okay, so you have to use if, okay, and check. Okay, so let's say value to remove. Okay, and this you got 78. So first you have to say if value to remove in marks. So this will give you true. In will give true, right? When value is there in the marks, right? So if value is in the marks, 78 is in the marks, you get true, and true means then you can say value remove. Okay. Else, okay, you will say print value is not present in the list. Okay, present in the list. So now when you run it, you get value is not present in the list. And you do 77. Okay, now you will 77 is gone. Okay, so that's how these things work. You always have to make sure that value is present. Otherwise, you'll have this problem. Similarly, pop, right? So I want to remove pop position to remove. Let's say 12. 12 position is not there. So first, if, okay, position to remove is less than the len of marks. It has to be less, right? If len is 7, maximum position that it can have is 6, isn't it? So it has to be not even equal to, it has to be less. So if pos remove is less than len of marks, then only you say marks dot pop and you give pos to remove. Else print position or element. List doesn't have that many elements. Have that index or whatever, right? So if you give 12 and when you run it, okay, marks obtained. Oops, list does not have that index, correct? And so earlier it was index was 6, we removed 1, 5. So it has to be something between 0 to 5. Let's say we say 2 or 3 or whatever, right? Now you see, first 77, no, I'm not printing, right? Marks of print are, okay, so one have to print before this one, so that we can see 77 also going. So run it. So first 77 is gone. And then second, we said position 2, right? So 66 should also be gone. Correct? So it's gone. Any question here?
No, I think I'm good.
Awesome. We have something called as clear. Okay. So clear will remove everything. Let's say you are done. You want to remove everything, just say clear. Now, if you print marks, okay, all the values will be gone. Right? So clear is function which will remove entire value from list. There are 3, 4 methods also. Do you want to do it today or do you want to stop here for today? We
No,
have,
yeah,
sorry?
we can, I mean, we can do tomorrow. I mean, it will get late, right?
No, it's okay for me. I'm saying is it too much for you? Then we'll stop. If it is not, we'll finish off this. Okay, that's okay.
Yeah, yeah, we can do tomorrow.
Yeah.
actually.
That's so I know so it's become too much. So what we'll do is we'll stop here. Okay,
Mhm.
and